corner of a small American town, there stood an old house where a happy family lived. The family consisted of parents, a grandmother, and 2 young children. They also had an aquarium with 7 colorful fish, which was considered a beloved part of their home. The house was always filled with laughter and peace. One evening, the doorbell rang, and a peculiar-looking man stood on the doorstep with a parcel. His appearance was unsettling, and his smile felt forced. Odd, yet compelling. The family invited him in and started chatting. The man spoke in a strange tone, saying, "Your house feels peaceful, but this peace isn't eternal." Then, his gaze shifted to the aquarium. Pointing at it, he remarked, "There are 7 fish in there, and there are 7 of you too." The family laughed nervously, brushing off his comment as a joke. The man smiled cryptically and left. A few days later, one of the fish in the aquarium suddenly died. On the same day, the family's youngest child tragically passed away in an accident. The house was consumed with grief, but no one connected the fish's death to the child's demise. That night, the grandmother had a terrifying dream. She saw a tall man holding a dead fish in one hand and a lifeless body in the other, walking away into darkness. In the weeks that followed, the pattern repeated. Every time a fish died, a family member also passed away the same day. Each night, the grandmother had the same chilling dream of the tall man with the fish and the body. The remaining family members were now living in constant fear. Eventually, only the grandmother and one child were left. Desperate to end the horror, they decided to get rid of the aquarium. One night, they carried it far into a desolate forest and threw it away, leaving it behind forever. From that day on, the nightmares stopped, and no one else in the family died. The grandmother and the child lived on, and to this day, both are alive, now over 100 years old. But they will never forget the terror that haunted their home. The moral of story: never let a stranger into your home too easily, especially if you live in a remote or eerie place. Whether it was black magic or the fish were cursed spirits, no one knows to this day. But caution is always necessary.